In this video, I will be covering the topics: what is energy, law of conservation of energy, categories of energy forms, 9 forms of energy in brief.
Let us talk about energy. What is energy? Energy in physics is defined as capacity to do the work. It is a quantity property that must be transferred to an object in order to work or to heat. For example, we all human beings need energy in form of food. The machines, the automobiles need energy in form of diesel or petrol. Energy is a conserved quantity. Law of conservation of energy. Law of conservation of energy states that energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another form in that energy can exist. If we notice, we see many examples of energy conservation all around us. Let us look at these areas where we can observe energy conservation. Inside a torch, chemical energy of batteries is converted into electrical energy. Then this electrical energy is converted to radiant energy or the light energy. Other example of energy conservation is automobile. The chemical energy of petrol is converted into mechanical energy inside the diesel engine or the petrol engine. Although there are many forms of energy, but all forms of energy can be grouped into categories. First one is potential energy, and second one is kinetic energy. Let us discuss in brief about the potential and the kinetic energy. Potential energy is a stored energy or the energy of position of an object. Kinetic energy is motion of waves, electrons, atoms, molecules, substance or object.
Now, let us see various forms of energy. All these forms of energy, which I am going to discuss, can be grouped in 2 categories, which I have mentioned earlier. Number 1, potential energy, and number 2, kinetic energy.
Chemical energy is stored in bonds of atoms and molecules. Batteries, biomass, petrol, coal are the example of chemical energy. Chemical energy is converted into thermal energy through the law of conservation. When we burn the coal, the chemical energy of coal is converted into thermal energy or the heat energy. Mechanical energy is stored in objects due to compression or the tension. Examples of mechanical energy are stretched bend and springs. Nuclear energy is stored inside the nuclei of an atom. That is the energy which holds the nuclei together. Large amount of energy can be released when we combine or split apart the nuclei. Radiant energy includes all visible lights, gamma rays, X-rays, radio waves, sunlight. Heat energy or the thermal energy is energy that comes from the movement of atoms and molecules inside a substance. The heat energy or the thermal energy increases when molecules or atoms starts moving faster.
Motion energy is stored in the movement of objects. The faster they move, the more energy is stored. It takes energy to get an object moving, and the energy is released when the object slows down. Wind is example of motion energy. A dramatic example of motion energy is a car crash. A car comes to total stop and releases all of its motion energy at once in an uncontrolled instant. Sound is the movement of energy through substances in longitudinal waves. Sound is produced when a force causes an object or substance to vibrate. The energy is transferred through the substance in a wave. Typically, the energy in sound is smaller than in other forms of energy.
Electrical energy is delivered when a tiny charged particle moves through a wire. That tiny charged particle is called electron.
Thank you for watching this video. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe.